Hey everybody, my name's Sarah. You already know that because my name's down there. I spent 5 years in the multi-level marketing industry. I was gaslit, I was lied to, I was manipulated, and now I'm here so that you don't make the same mistakes I did. Let's get started. We have co-hosts today, and they are being very annoying, and they are moving around, and they think for some reason that both of them can fit on that, and they can't. I don't know what he's doing. If they're distracting, I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to just get a little sticky note or something and put it over the video to cover them up because they have been on one today. They get so excited when I am home alone, and they do not know how to control themselves. Why do you think you can fit on there with him? Okay. Anyways, as a reminder, everything in this video is just my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a girl who was stuck in an MLM for 5 years and now has a really big opinion about how they hurt families and how they degrade women. So let's get started on today's video. We are actually going to be talking about Melaleuca. So I have been wanting to get my dirty, grimy paws on this company for quite some time now, and we are going to go over it officially. What we have here is one of the MLM documents that they put out to their marketing executives, basically showing the difference between what an MLM does and what Melaleuca does. So I took the time this week to kind of go through some of the things that they deem as being MLM and kind of show everyone how Melaleuca is still kind of doing yucky MLM stuff, in my opinion. I understand that they do not claim themselves as an MLM. I understand that legally, under the state of Idaho, they are not categorized as an MLM, regardless of the fact that they are affiliated with Direct Sellers Association. So I don't understand how that works. I would love to dig into it and figure out how that's allowed, but they're not even considered an MLM still. So without further ado, let's get into this document and see what it has to offer, shall we? Okay, so this is basically the structure of the document. It kind of has one side, which is like all the yucky MLM stuff, and then the other side, which is like all the Melaleuca stuff. Okay, so we're just going to kind of go through it one by one. I picked out a few to debunk, essentially, and we're just going to kind of go through that a little bit. The first one says, MLMs often require or encourage business builders to invest in substantial amounts of inventory each month to qualify for bonuses. And then on the Melaleuca side, it says, with Melaleuca, there is no investment. Melaleuca's customers purchase only what they will use up on a monthly basis. Since customers purchase directly from the factory, marketing executives need to purchase absolutely no inventory. Therefore, this creates absolutely no risk of financial loss for marketing executives. Cool. Okay, so they're not forcing you to buy a giant starter kit and the startup cost is low. But unfortunately, that isn't really what is happening in real life. So when you are approached by a marketing executive, they explain to you that it is $19 to sign up or $1. Sometimes they do promos where it's $1. So it's $19 to sign up. Then you have to satisfy a 35-point criteria every single month to stay active. 35 points equals anywhere from $100 to $150. That's quite a bit of money just to stay active every single month. I understand that they're claiming this is going to replace your regular shopping, but with the products being so expensive, it's not replacing your regular shopping. It's quite an extra expense added onto your family's budget. I went ahead and I pulled up the starter kits that they offer only to marketing executives or customers in the first 2 months. So here we have the value pack. Again, you can see it says new members only. So that means you can only purchase it in the first 2 months as a new member. So this pack starts out at $219.99. They then have a home conversion pack. Again, new members only. You can only get it in your first 2 months. This is $329.99. Customer favorites pack, $109. EcoSense Safer for Your Home pack, $109. Core Nutrition and Fitness pack, $109. Sabella Beauty Essentials pack, $109. Pure essential oils pack, $109. So it looks like on average, if you are starting out your business and you have somebody who's enrolling you and they're telling you you want to get started, you want to have all the products so that you can feature them, you have to be a product of the product. It looks like, baby, you're spending about $100 to $400 on a new pack. Seems like an MLM to me, in my opinion. And then we have number 2, which is MLMs often sell products no one really uses, like cases of magical fruit juice, magnets, or green algae, causing increased strains on family budget. Where's the green algae MLM? Was that the mud water one? They're gone now. Melaleuca markets products already used in households on a daily basis, except that Melaleuca's products are higher quality, more effective, and often safer to use than grocery store or drugstore brands. This means it doesn't cost anything more to be a Melaleuca customer than it does to shop at a grocery store. False. Many of Melaleuca's products are one of a kind. False. That is to say, they far exceed the quality of what people are already buying every day. False. I disagree. In my humble opinion, I disagree. I disagree that your products are one of a kind because you literally sell shit that people buy every day. I disagree that the quality is higher, and I definitely disagree that the price point is there. But I'm not going to spend a ton of time speaking on this topic. I'm just going to show you this. Omega-3 Cream Delight 2-pack for $62. In my opinion, that is magical juice, Frankie. Next. Okay, number 5. MLMs usually charge several times what the product is actually worth, such as $40 for a bottle of juice that you could pay less than $5 for at the store. Okay. Melaleuca offers exceptional products at reasonable prices. That means that Melaleuca's products are competitively priced with grocery store brands on a per-use basis, even though they are usually substantially higher quality than those other brands. I'm so sorry, Frankie. I'm going to have to disagree because your Bright Eyes Dark Circle Minimizing Serum is $29. Let's look at their, cleaning and laundry. Let's go to their, since that is their end all be all. A detergent is $19.49. Okay, if you want the Melaleuca Swiffer, it is $45.77 for the kit. That doesn't seem super comparable to the stuff. You guys are being so distracting. That doesn't seem super comparable to stuff that I'm buying in the store. I'm sorry. It's just not. And now that I am done using Melaleuca products and using the stuff that's in the store again, and I am not compromising on whether it has chemicals in it or not, because I do prefer cleaner products, I'm still spending way less. I'm spending way less than I was before. MLM distributors usually tout big checks to entice others to get involved. Rarely will a multi-level marketing company reveal what its distributors actually make. Most multi-level marketing companies will also never reveal their actual annual sales. In my opinion, we don't even care about annual sales. We care about revenue. Sales mean nothing to us. Sales can be shit you bought yourself. I don't care about sales. I don't care about annual sales. I care about annual revenue and annual net profit. Each year, Melaleuca publishes how small... Okay, I didn't mean to say small. Each year, Melaleuca publishes how much all marketing executives make at which status, complete with the high, the low, and the average in each status. We've been doing it for years. Such a policy would easily expose most MLM companies. Sir, Frank Vandersnoot, do you have access to the internet? Every single multi-level marketing company that I have researched has an income disclosure statement, which is literally what you're talking about. That's easy to find. You just Google insert MLM name here, income disclosure statement for the year you want to look at, and they have it. The only ones that don't are ones that haven't been around long enough to have one. So let's just take a gander at their income disclosure statement then, shall we? Since he wants to talk about it. It looks like 91.2% of the company make on average $2,100 a year. And how much did I say they had to spend every single month to stay active? About $100. So you're making not even close to that. You're spending $1,200 a year to be active. The least amount you could spend is $1,200 a year to stay active. The least amount. So then on average, people are making $2,100. The low is $274 for 91% of the company. 91% of Melaleuca reps on average make $2,100 a year. That is not including how much they have to spend to stay active, which is on average $100 a month. You can do the math. And then, of course, we have all of the ranks after that. So 2.6% of the company on average make $9,000. 1.6% of the company is $14,000 a year. So we have seen what we needed to see. We saw your income disclosure statement, Frankenstein. It's not great. It is not great. 91% of your company is probably losing money because they're having to spend money to stay active. They're having to fulfill the 35 points. $2,100 a year barely covers that. That's sad. That is very sad. But he also states that they do not tout big checks and they don't entice people to come and be in the business. If that's true, cool. But it's not, because every single Melaleuca box that goes out to their customers and to their representatives has a magazine in it. It's called Leadership in Action. What's in that magazine, Sarah? Well, they feature people making hella money in Melaleuca, and they do that to entice you. And yes, I have proof. So here is the July 2024 Leadership in Action magazine that was sent to exactly every single customer that is with Melaleuca, whether they want to work the business or not, and they got to see this. These are the top 0.5% of the company making $266,000, $675,000, $1,300,000, $3 million, $140,000, $210,000, $939,000. But what they're not saying is the income disclosure statement right after. What they're not saying is the income statistic disclaimer after. They're literally just showing these people and touting their big checks in a magazine that absolutely every single customer gets to see. Please explain to me how this is not touting big checks. Please explain to me how we are not trying to entice people to join the business. Please explain this to me. I am listening. I have the time to listen. Please explain this to me. Moving on. MLMs often operate at a volume line that a distributor can use to call the company before midnight on the last day of the month to determine how close the distributor is to reaching a particular volume qualification. When was this written? Who's calling a volume line? Nobody. It's all on an app now. The distributor can then purchase the difference to qualify for specific bonuses or discounts. This incentivizes the distributor to make an even greater investment in inventory. Okay. Melaleuca has no volume line. Cool. I don't think any other MLM does either. Use the app like an adult. At Melaleuca, customers buy only what they need each month. False. There's absolutely no incentive and no requirement for marketing executives to make larger purchases at the end of the month to qualify for some volume level. False. So some ranks do require you to have a volume limit. Let's look at the comp plan. It looks like monthly organization volume. If you want to hit director 2, you need 1,000 in org volume. So you do need volume, Frankie baby. You need it. You need the volume. And then also, allegedly, there were higher ups in the company that would be close to rank advancing, and they were able to look in the back office and ask their personal enrollees, the people who are right under them, how much their customers have purchased that month, because it tells you. You're able to track how much your customers are purchasing. So if you just do the quick math on it, you'll know how much more you need. It's not hard to do. I don't need a product line. You just have to look in your back office and ask your enrollees where they're at, and you can just do some quick math and know where you're at. They don't need you, Frankie Boo Boo. They don't. They can just do it themselves. Also, if this information was false, which it's all alleged, it's just my opinion, it's just a personal experience, why don't we look here It's some social media posts with incredibly excessive amounts of product. Why do you need that much cleaner? Why do you need that many boxes? 4 boxes of Melaleuca products delivered to your door? That's very, very excessive. Why? Why do you need that much product? It's only one of 2 reasons. You're trying to satisfy the 35 points because it's so hard to obtain. No normal family, even a family of 4, is going to need 35 points worth of products every single month. It's just too much. Or secondly, you're trying to buy rank, baby. You don't need that much stuff. That's so much product. That is so much freaking product. Most MLMs do not have product return policies unless the distributor cancels their distributorship. Only then will a typical multi-level marketing company honor the Direct Selling Association's Code of Ethics, which requires such companies to purchase back 90% of a distributor's resellable products. Okay. Melaleuca gives an absolute no questions asked 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Melaleuca will give your money back even if you have to use up all of your product and decided you don't like it after you used it. Grocery stores don't offer such a guarantee. False. Drugstores don't offer such a guarantee. False. And MLM companies certainly don't offer such a guarantee. False. So, hi, I work in retail. Hi, hello, I am a salaried member of management in retail. We return absolutely everything as long as you have proof of purchase. Period. Proof of purchase, you can return it, period. Also, let's look at Monat's return policy. Okay, so here is Monat's return policy. I figured they would be a good example since they are like the MLM of all MLMs. Order returned within 30 days after the delivery date, they get a full refund. A full refund. And then after 30 days, it is a 90% refund. Okay, let's look at Amway. Since I would compare I would compare Melaleuca to Amway. It's very, very similar. So let's see what Amway has to say about their return policy. We stand behind the quality of our products and guarantee your satisfaction. If for any reason you try our products and are not completely satisfied, most may be returned within 180 days of purchase for an exchange or refund of the product price and the tax. Okay, so it looks like other people return their Frankenstein. Sorry, you ain't gonna get that one. Many MLMs suggest that distributors quit their full-time jobs and work full-time in their multi-level marketing business. MLM companies also often suggest that people fake it till they make it by appearing to be wealthy by driving fancy cars, purchasing expensive homes, buying motor homes, boats, and motorcycles, and by wearing fur coats, diamond rings, and expensive jewelry. Why the fur coat? Okay. This activity has driven thousands of multi-level marketing distributors into bankruptcy, destroyed lives, and even broken homes, all while giving a distorted impression of the company's actual success. I would agree. I'm not understanding the fur coat situation. It reminds me of the villain from The Rescuers. I'm pretty sure that's the only person I've ever seen wear a fur coat. Here's what Melaleuca has to say about that. Melaleuca advocates that marketing executives keep their full-time job, become the best employee that they can be at their current employer, and use their Melaleuca income to add their full-time income. Melaleuca counsels marketing executives to not consider leaving their full-time job until they are making several times their salary with their Melaleuca business. Melaleuca also advocates for them to stay out of debt, pay off their homes and cars, and live within their means. I will say Melaleuca does do something like this. If you pay off your mortgage while you are a marketing executive, they pull you up on stage and you burn your mortgage document in this like horrific ceremony that is kind of like, in my opinion, very culty. And so they literally have like barrels of fire up on the stage and you burn your mortgage because you paid off your debt, which is like awesome. Good for you for paying off your debt. That's fucking sick. Why do we have to do it in like the most cringiest way possible? I don't understand that. But let's just read a couple of marketing executives' posts and then we can kind of just decide for ourselves if we feel like they are faking it till they make it. Okay? Feeling absolutely grateful. Everywhere you look, people are trying to sell you something, promising you ground floor opportunities and creating FOMO with the latest products. But what I've discovered is that stability is what most truly crave. And what I found is a proven 39-year track record is not just exciting, it's essential. And in today's market, people need affordability, not luxury. I'm thankful I've been able to read the trends and recognize that the focus is on affordable essentials. It's a revelation, right? Over the past 17 months, this company has given me 222,000 reasons to be grateful for my pivot, and my friends have 283,000 reasons too. Are you ready to see if you'll find a few reasons to be here too? Dog. If you are not tracking, I know that my followers have more than 4 brain cells, so I don't need to explain this, but I'm going to anyways. 222,000 reasons is doll hairs, baby. That's doll hairs. So that's how much money she's probably made in lifetime sales, which she's also outing herself by this as well, because they're trying so hard to explain that this is not a pyramid scheme and to explain that everyone can win here. She says that she has made allegedly $222,000 and her team allegedly has made $283,000. So the person at the top is making all the money, bro. I'm filled with gratitude this morning, and I'm so darn proud of all these ladies and men that I get to grow old with. Thank you for trusting me. And sorry, y'all, this is the only photo I grabbed. If you have a better one, send it to me. So this is a check opening Zoom. Most of the teams do it every single month. They all open their check together at the beginning of the day, and they flaunt how much money they made that month. Cringe. Couldn't be me. It's payday. I do not share this often, but this month there's going to be lots of celebration and tears. We do this once a month, not to brag about what we get paid, but to hear how regular people like myself, stay-at-home moms, nurses, teachers, you name it, who decide to take a chance and build their own home business. Last month, I had no time for my home business because I had to do everything I could to survive my studio business. Times are really tough right now, but even though I did not work my home business, I am still getting a paycheck. You see here, we create repeat income. The work I have been putting in for the past 2 years helping others switch stores is still paying off. There is room for anyone to do this business with no investment. That's not true. I can show you how. No, that's not how that works. Okay. Whoo! This is a loaded gun. All right. First of all, we are 2 for 2 with trying so hard to make it seem like you are not a pyramid scheme and essentially making it look like you are a pyramid scheme. Good job. Repeat income. No. Those are people under you working. Those are your customers that you poached into the business, telling them they're going to make a ton of money, and they're still purchasing product because they think that they will be you someday, but they won't, because we already read that 91% of the company makes $2,100 a year. So no, that's a no for me. Let's read one more. Up early to celebrate some incredible wins with my team. Check opening Zoom. To some, the idea of opening our checks in front of other people sounds a bit strange. Yeah, it's weird. I'm literally not even allowed to tell people how much I make at work. If I tell somebody how much I make at work, I will get in trouble. It would never happen in corporate, and it definitely doesn't happen in the MLM space. Not true. I know tons of MLM teams that open their checks on Zoom. Okay, whatever. This day is a huge part of our culture here. It's to inspire families of what's possible here. We preach full transparency, and that's what we give. The truth is good enough. That is not to inspire. It is to continue to feed people a dream that is not real and brainwash them into thinking that they can also achieve the top 1%. Statistically, they cannot. Everyone opens, everyone shares, from month 1 paychecks all the way to 20 years here. I can't promise I won't shed some tears, but I know the moment I close out this Zoom, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. So all in all, I feel like this document basically contradicts itself it doesn't prove nearly anything in my opinion. In my opinion, I truly believe Melaleuca should be categorized as an MLM. I feel like it's deceitful on the FTC's part to allow this to happen. I feel like it's deceitful on the Direct Sellers Association to allow this to happen. I don't understand how they don't fall into the category, but I do understand how people in power can make things happen. And unfortunately, Frank Vandersloot is a very, very powerful man in Idaho. He's lived there a very long time. He has a multi-million-dollar business there, and he is very, very in cahoots with the political parties there. And I'm sure, in my opinion, allegedly, he probably has pulled some strings in order to ensure that his business does not fall legally under the MLM structure in the state of Idaho. But if they were in any other state where he didn't have the hookup, I truly believe, in my opinion, that they would be considered an MLM. And that's really all we're asking of them. We literally just want transparency. They scream that they are transparent. They scream that they're true to what they're doing, and transparency is just everything they're about. It's not, because the one thing that everyone is asking of you is just to admit that you are an MLM, to admit that your structure essentially mirrors every single MLM I've ever seen in my existence. Just say what you are. Stop lying to pull people into this business and marketing it as an affiliate program or as brand deals or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's literally an MLM, in my opinion. Anyways, off of my tangent. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate you guys so, so much. I'm hoping to deep dive a little more into this company. I really want to be able to just have a solid video on how their pay structure works, how their compensation plan works, and go a little more into their statistics and into the business instead of just going over this document. And I will have something out soon. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment if you do so desire. Also, if you want to share your own MLM stories, please email me below. I have tons of stories in there I'm so excited to tell you guys about, but I'm always looking for more so I can keep creating content for you guys. Thank you so much and have an awesome day. And remember, you are worth more than the kickback your upline's going to get for recruiting you. Bye!